Hi, welcome for this demo of XORCISM. XORCISM is not another tool, it's a platform unified for cyber risk information management. So this is how the platform looks. You have two options for the menu. You can use the cards in there, or you can access all the functions from there. The first part is about asset management. Asset management is critical in every cybersecurity program. It's the first domain of ISO 27001, NIST cybersecurity framework, NIST SP 853, CIS, and so forth. So it's very critical for you to start to define your asset inventory. So you can add them manually, or you can use connectors. Connectors is a relationship with external tools. So you can launch a Nmap scan to map your network and use other tools. So in the asset, you will define the name of the asset. Criticality will be used for risk scoring. You will define where the asset sit, and you can define other additional option. You can see here that from the asset list, you obtain some KPIs. So the number of internet-facing assets, for example, number of assets that are exposed from critical vulnerabilities. We will see later on the vulnerability management and so forth. So you have multiple paths in XORCISM to manage your cyber security program. So first is asset management, like we just have seen. You can obtain information from network sessions with the tools using NetFlow. You can specialize your cloud security asset with some modules for identities and IAM management, and so forth. You can also define identities. So in asset, you can manage your facilities, your physical devices, your endpoints, your firewalls, your database servers, and so forth. You can also manage your workforce, so people. People is another important entity in XORCISM, which is based in a large database model. So it's using NIST NICE categories and also a European one from ENISA. So you can define with your CISO who are your cyber defense analysts and so forth, and from there obtain an org chart. These profiles can be used in the users management to define which type of accesses and menus can review and access your users. It's a little bit slow today, sorry, but you know what is an org chart. So like I said, you have multiple paths. So first is asset definition. So then from there you can use a path about managing compliance of and configuration management of your asset. So this is based on OVAL, which is a MITRE framework and standard. So you can import, you have importers in XORCISM to populate all the data. So you can use an importer to clone a novel repository to obtain all the definitions about compliance, vulnerabilities, and so forth. We will see in the vulnerability management that you can import the NVD CV database So these informations are automatically correlated to your assets using the CPE. XORCISM comes with an agent compatible with Windows, Mac, and Linux that you can use to collect these informations directly from your asset. Very slow today, sorry. So then you will do vulnerability management, like I said. You have cool features to manage. So this is configuration management. So you can see how you can see that you can launch overall for full inventory, vulnerability, and also hunting of IOC that we will see in the CTI platform later on. So you have your number of vulnerabilities with patch compliance and so forth, different KPIs. It comes also with an editor, so you can edit and create new overall rules. It comes with built-in agent functions, but you can use also an external tools to do so. So then you can manage your vulnerability, like I said. You have the possibility also to have cool functions about autonomous exposure and remediation. You can manage bug bounty programs for your pen test and external review. You obtain KPIs from the vulnerability management about your MTTR, mean time to respond, mean time to patch, and so forth. For each vulnerabilities, you obtain the list of affected assets, and you can review information about the vulnerabilities. From the vulnerability form, you can define your vulnerabilities using CV reference numbers. You can enrich your data from external source. So here I have OSDiv and Circle also. You can review if you have known exploit published for this vulnerability from exploit DB. So from the fields, you have the name and the remediation and the description. What you can define is all the CVSS score. XORCISM is compatible also with KEV and other vulnerability scoring systems. So you will obtain information automatically if it's exploited in the wild, if it's easily exploitable, and it's in the KEV catalog. You can flag them for your assets as false positive in just one click if needed. Another path that you can follow is the threat based. So from there, you can start with defining threat feeds to collect information, cyber threat intelligence information. It comes with a built-in monitor, so using local AI, using an Olama LLM. So if you define assets, tagging them as Windows systems or hosting a WordPress website or this type of things, the new cyber threat informations will be automatically flagged as relevant for your systems, and you will receive alerts. It's compatible with Sticks. It comes in the GitHub repository as a Sticks taxi client and server that you can use. You can use Graph, so you can obtain information about your cyber threat information. and you can use the nodes to obtain more information and export in a sticks format. In the CTI part, you can use a CTI expert based on all the informations that are collected into the platform. Again, entered manually or collected via connectors. And it uses local artificial intelligence to do hunting on your assets. You can use the agents to perform hunting functionalities. From there, you can look up for any observable, so an address name that you define as an asset or an identity, an IP address, and so forth, and launch an investigation. You can ask the model any kind of information via the local artificial intelligence agent. You can obtain a graph about OSINT. OSINT tools, we will look at the connectors, but it comes with a huge list of OSINT tools. The information about the TTP, the type of attack vectors, and the CVE. So you have cool features for threat modeling, building attack tree. XORCISM is coming with support of a large number of frameworks. So you will find a different type of activities like TLPT, pen testing, which is useful for DORA compliance, and so forth. Another approach is risk-based. So you can start with doing a BIA, a business impact analysis on your asset. You can create and manage your policies, procedures, standards, all your documentations, and create a risk registers and do analysis about FAIR based on the information you will have defined on your asset about financial value and business value. It will create different scores that we will be see at the end in the dashboard. Coming with the French methodology, ABIOS, risk management, but you can also perform NIST SP 830 risk assessment. It comes with a wizard and a guide, so it's very easy to define all your risk assessment. Another approach is compliance-based. You will start with governance, which is the first domain in the NIST cybersecurity framework. Nowadays, it's very important to do governance for AI and so forth. So you have all the compliance journeys to help you to comply with all the supported frameworks. You will have assessments about zero trust maturity, follow the Cyber Resilience Act compliance, manage your frameworks, do compliance, and so forth. Create a trust center so you can publish information for your partners and customers. And then you have technical aspect of exorcisms with the management of your agents as the fleet questions. So AI will be used to ask questions about your fleet, how many Windows systems I have installed, how many systems without EDR installed, what is my MFA compliance, and so forth. And you can manage incident. So you have SOC operations management with KPIs about your mean time to detect and respond. You can manage your shifts here, and you see your SOC analyst, and you can manage all the incidents in the queue with AI triage, for example, and other AI functionalities. Manage crises and tabletop exercise. You can perform pen testing, so doing phishing simulation and so forth. And at the end, all of that will give you a dashboard with all your KPIs, program maturity, and it will follow over time. So you will see how you perform in patch management, how many vulnerabilities are exposed, and potentially the residual risk of your posture, and so forth. This is it for a tour of XORCISM for today. XORCISM is free and open source, so go visit exorcism.ai, clone the repository on GitHub, do commits and changes, and follow us on the YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye.